One Piece, 9 Things That Make No Sense About Vinsmoke Sanji. There are many notable things that fans can learn about this character over the course of the series. But some of those things don't make sense. When it comes to the standout Straw Hats in One Piece, Sanji may not be the first person that comes to mind, Luffy or Zoro likely the ones that jump out right away. That doesn't make Sanji any less of a great character, as his depth is up there with some of the best characters in the series. His complex relationship with his family being the standout. His abilities have a lot of variety to them as well, even without the use of a devil fruit. However, no character is without their flaws or pitfalls, as more than a few facets of his character don't make any sense. 9. How those eyebrows hold their shape. There's more than a few things about the anatomy in One Piece that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and Sanji's eyebrows are one of them. The way they spiral like a well-groomed mustache is beyond comprehension, and the thinness of them makes them more akin to a long strand of hair rather than the multitude of smaller hairs a brow holds. Beyond just that, his spirals in the opposite fashion as his siblings, going counterclockwise rather than clockwise. 8. His use of swearing. There's nothing wrong with a character who swears up a storm, especially one that's a pirate. Every character in Black Lagoon does it, and it doesn't detract from the show at all. With Sanji, the issue is more that it isn't just used as a form of expletive or to describe something he dislikes, such as the personal nickname he gives Zeph. No, he uses them when describing things he enjoys. Turning the terms into an adjective befitting of any. 7. His habit of going off alone. Admittedly, this habit tends to pay off in the end since Sanji rarely wanders off without a plan. Examples being when he convinced Crocodile that he was Mr. 3 or when he destroyed the inside of Enel's Ark. It's still odd that he feels he needs to do these alone, and more than just that, doing it without telling others his plans as he's done on occasion. It makes others needlessly worry and leaves him open for being ambushed. 6. His struggle around beautiful women. Sanji's penchant for falling head over heels for anyone he finds attractive is well known and a character flaw that makes him interesting. It lets female characters constantly get a leg up on him, giving him a clear weakness to exploit during arcs. The issue is that even when he knows the other side is using him, he still struggles to control himself. It's fine if he unwittingly is manipulated, but the struggles he had with Pudding made little sense when he knew what her end goal was. 5. Bleeding Heart. Zeph had a great effect on the man Sanji is. He did more than give him his chivalrous nature, helping instill the kindness and compassion that Sanji has for others. Even if he's not above being rude to other males, doing it quite often with the Straw Hats crew alone. It's a commendable trait and one that would make sense if Sanji didn't go out of his way to try to save enemies as often as he does. It's one thing to try to save people and quite another to try to save everyone. 4. Prioritizing food above all else. He's the chef, so it's only natural that he has a deep appreciation for food, something that only those in the culinary field would understand. His anger towards those that either waste or purposely sabotage food is natural as well, especially in the case of Orochi. What doesn't make sense is his unwillingness to substitute Big Mom's wedding cake for something more devious. His family and Zeph's lives were on the line, putting aside his love of food seemed prudent for their survival. 3. His physical capabilities. It's a nice change of pace considering how often devil fruits are used, but the strength of Sanji is a little ridiculous when he's nothing more than a normal human. His kicks have the strength to knock out Luffy for a time, something only Rob Lucci has been able to do. He's able to routinely keep up with people more powerful than him, even his dad, who needed underhanded tactics to gain an advantage over Sanji. His speed is even enough to keep up with Gear Second of Luffy. 2. His facial reconstruction abilities. It's one thing to be a martial arts master of kicks, of which Sanji is, and quite another when you can completely reconstruct someone's face with your feet. It was first debuted against Wanza, Sanji discovering it on accident. From there, it was further honed, as explained during his battle with Duval. While One Piece does tend to err on the side of cartoonish abilities, this is one of those things that doesn't make much sense, because Sanji is nothing more than a normal human. 1. How Dyeable Gem works. The ability itself makes sense within the realm of the One Piece universe. He's able to use the friction of his leg spinning around to heat it, letting him ignite his opponents on fire. What doesn't make sense is why the fire does not affect him. The only drawback is the strain it puts on his leg rather than the fact that it's on fire. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the explanation given by Oda is eye-roll worthy, that no matter how warm the flames are, Sanji's heart will always burn